Hello there, YouTube. It is Lucy and this guy with dementia coming at you with another MLM horror story. Now, I got to tell you that the title of this video is not clickbait. I honestly, I was upset at the end of this one. I really was. I don't discuss um, anything that I read on YouTube with my family. I just don't. For privacy reasons, I just don't. Um, but after I got this email, they could tell I was upset. And all I did was just say, this was a tough one. And to me, it is. Um, this is upsetting. Um, but anyway, let's just get right into it. But first of all, let me just say, I've been loving your comments. I'm not going to do a question of the day this time, but I'm going to answer my question from last time because some of you came, well, most of you came very, very close. What state do I live in? Okay, you guys were close, like I said. A lot of people guessed Minnesota, the Dakotas, Illinois. You guys are close. Where do I live? I've spent my entire life in Iowa. I live in Iowa. I lived in western Iowa, northwest Iowa. So I was close to Minnesota. I was close to South Dakota. And then another large portion of my life, I lived in northeast Iowa. So I lived next to Minnesota and next to Wisconsin and Illinois. That's where I lived when I shot the beginning of my videos, was in northeast Iowa. But I've moved. I'm still in Iowa, but I'm not in a small town anymore. And another little fun fact, yes, I've lived my entire life in Iowa, but I have never stepped foot on a farm. As weird as that may sound, as old as I am, yeah, I've never been to a farm and I've lived in Iowa. But anyway, that's the answer to that question. But right now, let's get into the MLM horror story, shall we? Now, again, this is sad. Here we go. Okay, it says, "Hi, Lucy. Yes, I was in an MLM. It was paparazzi. We all know paparazzi, the $5 jewelry. Um, it started when I found it out. The business was fun. I loved the jewelry and I loved the price. And yeah, $5. I've mentioned that I bought from paparazzi before I knew it was an MLM. I thought, cool, $5 earrings. So yeah. And then you say, I will admit, I kind of went crazy the first time I found paparazzi, and I bought 12 pieces of jewelry. Well, $5 each, 12 pieces of jewelry. And it was only $5, so I was fine with it. Well, you can imagine how excited I got when I was asked to join. And I got all the attention I ever wanted from the paparazzi hunts, of course, because what do? They love bomb you. So you got all this attention when you first started. Yay, you're starting your own business, yada, yada. My upline was so sweet, and I thought, what a nice company. I started by going to a business fair, which I assume is like a flea market type thing. And when I told her that I would be interested in selling paparazzi, I thought she was going to jump over the booth to give me a hug when I signed up. So you were excited, you bought 12 pieces of jewelry, then you said, hey, maybe I can do this. This looks like fun. All these other paparazzi huns are love bombing you. You probably thought it was the greatest thing in the world. I believe it. So at this fair, I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I gave her my email and my cell phone number. And yeah, that is what they do at these fairs, exhibits, or whatever these MLMs get to go to. You buy their jewelry, you show a little bit of interest. They're going to ask you for your name, phone number, email address, and that's when they swoop in. But then it sounds like you were already showing interest at the very booth. So I was in what I now know to be the honeymoon period of the MLM, which, again, my thought, you're starting a new business, you're excited. Okay. I watched every video I could find, and anti-MLM was not a factor at the time. I don't know when this took place, but yeah, that is why I do what I do. That is why Savannah Marie, Kiki, Hannah Alonso, that's why we do this. Because there was a time when people just thought this was a fun business. But okay, so there was no anti-MLM at the time. Being my own boss and making money while I slept certainly went through my brain. That's what they tell you. Oh, it sells itself. You make money when you sleep, pockets of time, be your own boss. You're a boss, babe. I can understand the honeymoon period. If you don't understand how these companies work, I can see why that would be exciting. Absolutely. Then what I now realize I was doing was pestering my friends. I constantly would bring up paparazzi to them, and my Facebook was full of paparazzi. Yeah. My best friend at the time, name was Jamie. This is, sorry. Name was Jamie, who I was always in contact with. We had a group of 3 other friends where we would do everything together. But after I started my constant, and you say constant pestering, you say, of them, the messages started to slow. Then, whenever I would try to get something set up with them to go have fun, they would cancel at the last minute. So you guys were setting up something fun to do, and then all of a sudden, oh, no, we can't go. We're busy. Were you putting the dots together then? Probably not. But I'm going to read a little bit further. They would cancel at the last minute. And then I came to find out that 3 of them would get together on their own, not even inviting me. So when you would set up to go do something with them, they would cancel, but yet they were all getting together without you. I'm so sorry. The worst of it had to do with Jamie. So Jamie's your best friend. We were besties, and she got pregnant. She immediately told me she wanted me to be the godmother. So you're going to be the godmother of Jamie's child. That's nice. I was very excited because I had never been asked to be a godmother before, and it was going to be a girl. Then I started paparazzi. So, timeline, you were friends, you were going to be the godmother of this baby girl. Then you started paparazzi, and all the bad things started with them avoiding you. Okay. When she was 8 months pregnant, she came to me and said, because supposedly the tragedy of another one of our friends, she was going to make her the godmother instead of me. So all these months you thought you were going to be a godmother of this girl, and then when she's 8 months pregnant, she came to you and said, "Oh, no, no, no. I'm actually going to have this other girl be a godmother." Although Jamie denies it has anything to do with paparazzi, I now realize because of my pestering, not only did I lose my friend group, but I lost the chance to be a godmother to one of my best friend's children. And then you put in bold letters, I was going to be a godmother. See? Every time I think about this, I get upset. I have never been a godmother to anyone, um, but I can imagine how excited you must have been, and you probably told everyone in your family that you were going to be a godmother, and then stupid paparazzi has to make you pester them and annoy them and make them go away. You know, I have gotten some emails from some MLM huns and some people in my YouTube that I suspect are MLM huns. Are you listening to this? Are you listening to what you do to people with your constant nagging? All right, that's my rant. But I want you're an MLM hun. You're watching this. Let me know what you think about this, because your stupid recruitment policies, you made a girl not be a godmother. Yeah, you can blame her for the pestering. Yeah, she's the one that did it, but you encouraged it. Sorry, I did not mean to get upset during this. I've been upset enough. But that's just upsetting to me. Um, yeah, yeah, recruit. Just keep recruiting people. Look what it does to them. All right, that's the end of my rage. But I'm not lying. That the title really is true. The story upset me, but I'm going to end it right there. So if you have any more, feel free to send me the upsetting ones. Feel free to send me the funny ones, the happy ones. Do it. Um, my email is going to be in the description. Lucy Lulu710@gmail.com. Well, let's keep doing this, people, for this very reason. All right. So Lucy and Sky with Dementia taken off. You guys have a great rest of your night and enjoy your friends.